really great. Then, now how to deal the person who are facing now that sort of end. Of course, I am not expert. So I am just someone who really admires such work and realize it's really important and necessary, and also I think a last service, last opportunity of service to other, or last sort of opportunity of the implementation of love and compassion. That much I know. But then how to deal? Of course, better to research work and with some other experts. I think you may gain more as the method or more efficient sort of method. My knowledge, of course, very limited. But generally speaking, I think there are a variety of people who are now, because of the process of that end. I think firstly, a non-believer. The non-believer, the end of that, the time of the end, I think more or less same feeling. And so feeling of I, everybody, whether practitioner or not practitioner, or believer or non-believer, or everyone, or rich or poor, educated or uneducated, or high-ranking, or the low people, I think from the president or the king or emperor, the dog or beggar, same at that moment. This feeling of I is same. So that with that feeling, some kind of a feeling, now I am no longer. That very strong feeling, every sentient being is experienced at that time. So because of the feeling of self, one self, now I am no longer. So there are sometimes fear, sometimes really shocking or something, helplessness. So to non-believer, I think at that moment, it's difficult to help. However, I think in daily life, or before you see that actual sort of happen, I think it is important to accept sooner or later that is come. When I passing through big cities, and when they what called rogais,
cemeteries.
Or cemeteries. When I passing through cemeteries, and I usually telling my the companions, this is our final destination. Not a big house, but that is our real final destination. Yeah. So better to accept that. Sooner or later, that will come. That's part of our life. Then, when that about to approach, and accept. Now, part of our life, part of the nature, now come to nearer to me. Okay. I think that's better. Sometimes I notice some people, even you see they avoid.
No.
Yeah.
They try to avoid.
Oh. You see the very word of death, that's quite silly, unrealistic. It's better to talk, better to accept. That's a reality. So I think like any other activities should be realistic, even good or bad. Accept that. No use pretension, right?
Pretension.
Or no use formality. When about death comes, there is no formality. Just to come. And also the way birth, no formality, isn't it? Just to come. There's some white Tibetan, there's a friend who very much concerned about what is called Khasa Suti. Astrology, right? Astrology. What do you call it? Astrology, astronomy. Astrology, isn't it?
Astrology, maybe.
Astrology. So basically, I have no faith about astrology. So I joking, teasing some of these people who really very much concerned about this astrology, and I am telling them, in our lifetime, most important is two things: beginning and end. So in these most important two things, birth and death, we cannot go according astrology. Birth come, born, death come. See, we cannot say, oh, this is bad day according astrology, so I will not die. It is beyond our control. So then between there, comparatively minor, they're not important. According to astrology, is something bad day, doesn't matter. So go ahead. So that's my view. So important to accept that and pursue more realistic way. That I think helpful to reduce additional mental projected
Anxiety.
Anxiety or sorry, or sadness,
Sorrow.
or fear. Then I think the best method to avoid fear or regret at the time of death is while we are alive. Our time, our energy must utilize meaningful way. Serving others, that's I think most profound sort of way of or meaning of usefulness. One's own survival, even animals also can do. But for service to others is something unique about human being. I think bondage way. Mother and child or offspring.
The bond. The bond between mother
Bond.
and offspring.
Even other animals also have. But their sort of that kind of closeness feeling, short period. But we, human being, because of intelligence, that kind of feeling, we can prolong whole our life.
Extend it through our life.
So, serving other people, helping other people, is I think very, very appropriate sort of action according to our intelligence, right? Or human ability. We have such sort of ability. So to utilize that ability,
In the most appropriate way.
or most appropriate way is serving other people. Then, at the end, you feel no regret. I done my best, some useful, sort of meaningful life. Now, and come, although sorry, sad, but no regret. So this is whether believer or non-believer, I think everybody, that's I think common, the same thing. Then believer, again two categories.